Archbishop Allen Vigneron has celebrated his last Mass as shepherd of the Archdiocese of Detroit. That story and more. Today is Monday, March 10th. From Ave Maria Radio, this is Michigan Mornings. Good morning from Ishpeming. I'm Matthew Handley. Let's begin with this news. The Holy See Press Office says Pope Francis has remained stable in recent days and that he is showing, quote, a good response to treatment. The Holy Father has been in the hospital since February 14th, and we continue to keep him in our prayers. In his final public Mass, says the shepherd of the Archdiocese of Detroit, Archbishop Allen Vigneron, thanked God for all that the Holy Spirit has accomplished during his episcopacy. He also said, quote, while this is an occasion to give thanks, to look at the past, and to think about the future, this is an occasion for me to hand over pastoral leadership, to recognize that the Church's mission to overthrow Satan's kingdom is the work that is still ongoing. There are still many of our neighbors who have not heard the good news. Still, our own zeal for the mission is not as ardent as it ought to be in order to bring the saving message of Jesus to our community, our parishes, our schools, our families. Archbishop-elect Edward Weisenberger, currently the Bishop of Tucson, Arizona, will be installed as the next Archbishop of Detroit on March 18th. Michigan Senator Elissa Slotkin took aim at President Donald Trump over the weekend and his decision to start and then stop tariffs again against Canada.
It just creates this chaotic feeling, and Michigan is probably going to be one of the most affected states in the entire country.
She made those comments to NBC's Meet the Press. Her comments put her at odds with another big name in the Democratic Party. United Auto Workers President Shawn Fain took to ABC's This Week to praise President Trump's tariffs and says they will be, quote, a huge factor in fixing America's manufacturing decline. Last week, automakers got a 1-month delay in tariffs from taking effect. Fain also says he hopes the tariffs will stop a Stellantis plant in Warren from moving to Mexico. The Attorney General is suing the Trump administration over the illegal firings of federal workers. That's what she claims. Attorney General Dana Nessel said these layoffs are indiscriminate, irrespective of performance and specialized skills, and destructive not only to the livelihoods of thousands of hardworking Americans in public service, but also their communities and state programs in place to support those newly unemployed. She says the case is asking to give federal workers back their jobs, freeze all firings, and release the names of impacted employees. Michigan is joining 19 other states in that lawsuit. Finally, a traffic alert for you this morning. There will be intermittent lane closures today through Saturday on I-75 in Saginaw County. They will be on both sides of the highway between Maple Road and Riverview Drive. The closures are to prepare for bridge improvements beginning in April. Remember to slow down and give road workers a break. This is Michigan Mornings. Now this.
Ever thought you'd make a bundle by trading in or selling your used vehicle only to find out it's worth a dinner for two? Well, it's much more valuable to donate your vehicle to Ave Maria Radio. Thousands of Americans donate their vehicle each year. The donation to Ave Maria is easy, tax-deductible, and supports our efforts to evangelize. A year from now, will you remember that dinner or your gracious and selfless donation? Go to AveMariaRadio.net to find out more. That's AveMariaRadio.net.
It's beginning to feel a bit like spring in the Motor City. We'll have sunny skies with a high near 60 today. Tonight will be mostly clear with a low around 44. Tomorrow we can expect mostly sunny skies and a high of 58. It'll be a little cooler on Wednesday, 45 with partly sunny skies, but it warms up again on Thursday. We'll expect partly sunny skies then and a high near 61. It's beginning to look a bit like spring in the Saginaw Valley. We're looking at sunny skies today with a high near 61. Tonight will be mostly clear with a low around 42. Tomorrow, expect mostly sunny skies with a high of 51. Wednesday will be partly sunny with a high of 48. It warms up a bit again on Thursday. We'll look at partly sunny skies and temperatures around 59. Welcome back to Michigan Mornings. I'm Matthew Handley. House Republicans have submitted a 6-month stopgap spending bill that could avert a government shutdown scheduled for later this week. That is, if it's approved. President Trump has expressed support for the bill and has urged Republicans to unite and get the bill passed. News Nation contributor Alex Bolton has more.
The bill sets up a fight with Democrats because what it does is it increases defense spending by $6 billion, but then it cuts non-defense discretionary spending by $13 billion. So it gives the Republican defense hawks what they want to vote for this bill. It gives some of the fiscal conservatives in the Republican conference something to vote for this bill, namely spending cuts. This proposal, as drafted in coordination with the White House, doesn't include a whole lot of details. So Democrats say it's essentially a blank check for Elon Musk. But the question is it going to get any Democratic support? And the other big question is, can Mike Johnson, with his very narrow majority in the House, he can only afford one defection, can he get this bill passed without any Democratic votes? In the past, he hasn't been able to, but Donald Trump is saying no dissent. All Republicans need to vote for it.
The Democratic leader of the House says he's not supporting the bill. The Justice Department is reportedly launching a probe into soaring egg prices. The Wall Street Journal is reporting that the DOJ is looking into whether or not large egg producers have conspired to hold back supply or raise prices. Egg prices have doubled since last year, and some stores have had trouble keeping eggs in stock. Multiple sources are saying the CDC is planning a large study into possible connections between vaccines and autism. The news comes despite extensive scientific research already proving there's no evidence that vaccines cause autism. It's unclear whether U.S. Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who's been vocally against vaccines for years, is involved in the study. And the U.S. Postal Service has announced a new commemorative stamp will feature the Catholic writer and intellectual William F. Buckley Jr. Buckley, who died in 2008, founded the conservative magazine National Review in 1955 and was the host of the PBS show Firing Line from 1966 to 1999. He was raised Catholic and a member of the Knights of Malta. USPS did not announce when that stamp will be available. I'm Matthew Handley. That's going to do it for this edition of Michigan Mornings on a Monday. Lord willing, I will talk to you again tomorrow. Until then, goodbye.